There's some hard things you learn when you grow up, when you get older, and you realize some of the things that you're doing as a kid would make your now version of yourself embarrassed and ashamed. Especially around, I would say it almost always involved peer pressure. Being around other kids, trying to make friends, trying to fit in, trying to be edgy. For me, being introverted, I didn't have the social skills to make a lot of friends. So I had to go out of my way to be a little bit extreme in the things I did do, if that makes sense. For example, being the class clown, eating in class, things that were very obviously against the rules. I'd wear a t-shirt with, our school had like very strict dress code. I'd wear like a t-shirt with like either a drug reference or like a skull and snakes or some kind of symbol that obviously wasn't allowed, and I would purposely volunteer to be in front or be disruptive while projecting this image. I wanted people to know that I was not afraid of, discipline. When in actuality, I was scared to death if my parents found out. Or what I didn't know is what I really should have been fearing was the image I would project to myself, the future of me. There's a lot of guilt. I did some things, I'm not going to say bully, but I was mean to certain individuals when I was younger that, looking back on it, everybody has issues. They were dealing with their own issues. And I'm not proud. I'm very ashamed. Especially the image I try to project of myself now, and I think comes from a deep, authentic place, would never allow myself to treat other people this way. And I hate to say that because it's almost admitting that you have that inside of you. I had that inside of me to be this cruel, hateful person and be mean towards other people. And those people I was trying to impress, or that image I was projecting of myself that wasn't really me, where are those people now? Where's that image now? The only place it exists is in my memory, and every time I think of it and it comes up, I have to accept it to move on, right? You have to accept your flaws. That's just a really hard one for me. With the current, I would like to say, more enlightened way I look at things. Enlightened, not in the spiritual sense, but the epiphany of escaping the pressure to fit into that extreme, to betray who you really are, your true self, to go against your morals, your integrity, and just not to be a nice human being. Yeah, I've been here for over 30 years now, so I picked up some things, but how I picked them up, I'm not too happy with. It's a hard thing to admit to. It feels very raw. Like, hey, this is who I am. This is who I have the capability of being. I'm not saying it's who I am. It's a part of who I am. At least my memories. As I grow older and I learn it becomes more and more of a deep lesson. Because I know not everybody's that way. Not everybody betrays their true self, even at a young age, to try to fit in. And there's some things that I haven't even mentioned that maybe I'll bring up in the future, but I don't think it's necessary. I think you can get the idea. Just not being kind. Being edgy, disrupting the status quo, mainly because I just wanted attention and a belonging. And there's some other areas, thankfully, that I focused on or I started to mold even at that early age that helped me now change me and escape that kind of influence of the pressure to that extreme. There's always going to be some sort of pressure to fit in. And I'm probably not going to be the type of guy that moves out in the mountains and just lives alone to find myself, or because I don't feel like I fit in to that extreme to society. But the desire to fit in can cause some shameful things. To the point of just admitting it and getting it out there is tough, you know. Part of that, betraying who I really was, I think, kind of led me on the journey of self-discovery. And I call it a journey because it's going to be going on for the rest of my life, I feel like. Spiritual, emotional, mental, physical, all that's a part of who you are as being from the earth, not just in it, not just influenced by these constructs that are around you, but actually from the earth. That's just part of the journey. I suppose shame is too. It can be a valuable teacher. It's just a tough teacher. And I wish I could take back a lot of the things that happened or how I reacted, or go back and redo it with my current values and what I know to be important now. It's a red bird. They say cardinals are good luck. But anyways, I just wanted to get that off my chest, and I'm sure some people can relate to some feelings of shame and guilt. So hopefully it helps process for you too, just to get it out there. To be honest about it and just say, hey, this is a part of me. This is a part of my experience. This is what makes me me. And set me and you and whoever on the journey. It can be a valuable teacher as long as you learn from the lessons. And with that, I love you guys. See you next time.